Let's pick up from where we last left off. We are still in the process of upgrading our Civic District and placing in a few more buildings and hopefully extending out the wall just around the boundary of it. Ava is constructing a new villager house decoration for us, which I am hoping is one of the ones around here. I think it might be the decoration that is here. I will await her returning just to double check. But Elia is upgrading our restaurant to tier 2 in the meantime, which she seems to have everything for it and is making some pretty good progress with it. Cyrus is upgrading a guards tower to tier 2, pretty much has it complete. A few more ladders in, and I think it is this one here that he's upgrading, with Luella upgrading a citizen's house to tier 2, which again I think might be over there somewhere, and also it is this house that Ava is constructing for us. And of course Andy is not helping us out here, but is instead upgrading a lumberjack's hut to tier 4. But she's nearly got everything in for it, so I'll just let her continue with that. Well, as they continue with those builds, I am going to see if I can place in any more of these wall sections, which is always quite difficult to judge exactly where the wall should be, but we can usually use the construction tape as some form of reference, which the construction tape here ends pretty much on the bricks there. So I feel as if we can just place the walls down just from these construction tapes. Thank you very much for upgrading that as well there, Elia. Hopefully you will pick up this wall segment next. But yes, if I am reading that right, then I should be fine placing down another wall segment there, which is just in line with the construction tape, but it should then add on to the original one once it's constructed. So let's go ahead with this. After we place down another guards tower. But thank you, Elia, that will at least let me know if I am right about placing these things down. In fact, I may not need to add in another guards tower. Maybe if we upgrade this one here, that will push out the boundary. I know it comes up to this block here, so let's place those down just as some reference. And we will get Andy, I think, coming out to upgrade this for us. You know, I didn't think I would ever need to say this, but we are actually out of cobblestone. We have gone from over 10,000 cobblestone within our warehouse here to now having none of it, which may be partially down to the fact that our crusher's hut takes so many of it every day to turn it into some dirt for us, or sand, or whatever it is that you make with it, Emery. I may need to trim this down, which I already have. Well, we will trim that down even further then. Let's go check on the miner. To be fair, the miner has made quite a few nodes down on their lowest level at the moment, and none on the one above. So we'll get them to mine there instead. Hopefully they will bring up some cobblestone there. And I believe that was Cyrus just finished off of that guards tower. It was, and he has now picked up the delivery man over there. Good stuff. Andy has just finished the lumberjack to tier 4, so I am hoping that she will pick up the guards tower upgrade next, which she has. Excellent. In fact, I want that up ASAP, so I'm going to head over to her and just assist with whatever she needs. Which really wasn't all that much, so she is now out here upgrading this for us. Elia has nearly completed another wall segment for us, and Cyrus has made a good start on the deliveryman's hut, with Ava just finished with her new housing decoration behind. And I believe that she has picked up the little wall decoration that we have, which I will need to come out and fix, but I'll let her construct that first. And that's Elia just finished with the wall segment, which I think I have placed it a bit too high. And that's Andy just finished with the guards tower, so I will check the boundary in a second. But yes, unfortunately, I have had her construct this just a little bit too high. It's always difficult judging this exactly where to place them, especially because we don't really get any silhouette of decorations as we do with normal builds. I think this has been placed in right this time. Just a waste. But better I catch it now before we build even more of them wrong. How did that push back our boundary? It's pushed it back quite a bit actually, so we can continue on with these wall segments after she fixes this. Thank you very much, Luella. And good job, Cyrus. That's our delivery man, now up to tier 1. Right, well they've still got lots to do, and I've got a few work orders that I now need to go sort. Yes, I'm going to push all of our decorations right to the top of our work order list so that they get done next. Not quite sure what's going on here, but okay. I think that's probably just a resource pack issue, which seems to have been resolved after I come out of it. But I think that's most of our decorations now up to the top here. So they should be more priority for them to do next. A few of the builders have picked up these medallion builds that we have, which I'm still not entirely convinced that they are supposed to be placed in there now whenever I look at them. But I'll let them get on with it anyway, and we will see if we like it or not. Unfortunately, I don't think our walls have any form of decoration controller on them, so it's not as if I can even repair or deconstruct them. We just simply have to either manually deconstruct it or build over it. So if we decide that we don't like these medallions in, I basically have to place down this entire wall segment again for them to repair it, or manually repair it myself, seeing as it is my mess that I've caused. But one of our builders is now out here making this little structure for us, which I think is just some form of seating area. I think it could look quite nice. That is Elia doing that for us. I've recovered benches, just awaiting in a few vines. Luella is upgrading our fisherman's hut to tier 2 at the moment, and I've seen that she pretty much has everything coming in for it, so I will let her get on with that. And I need to go check out the concrete front. Clarissa, I'm assuming that you are sick and have not burrowed your way out of a mine shaft to here. What are we doing? Why don't you get back to work? She is apparently mining at the moment. Uh-oh. Well, we will see what type of mess that she makes then. But as long as she brings us back a lot of cobblestone, I'll be fine with whatever mess she does make. Right, Stephen, our concrete mixer. How are you getting on? You're going to have a few requests here for concrete. Yellow at the moment. That's good to see you working there, son. Andy is going to require grey as well as light grey for her medallion. You're doing a lot of white at the moment. Who is that for? Probably Cyrus. Alright then, while I am satisfied that he is doing his job, let's go check on the progress of our builders. After we get a couple of vines for Elia at least. I see that Cyrus is trying to construct the medallion beside him. Is doing an absolute stellar job about it, of course. And our little park bench area is pretty much complete here. She will put in those vines and that's it going to be done. Yep, there it is. Nice one, Elia. Please pick up my mess of a wall next. Ah, Cyrus, you're being an absolute idiot as per normal. Here, there's some little steps for you to go over and complete this. Muppet. I can see that Ava has pretty much just finished off with her little wall there. Thank you very much, pal. Let me just very quickly tidy this up. And she has moved on to pick up another decoration. Nice one. Also, Andy just finished off a medal there. This one there. You know what, actually? That doesn't look too bad. And also Cyrus, she was able to do that without going up high. That's Luella just finished with her fisherman. Andy has picked up her big wall decoration, which is grand. She will require all of these items in again, just for her to come out here, deconstruct all of that one, getting the items back, and then replacing it just a bit lower. A pointless venture, but one that comes at the cost of me being in charge of a colony. Elia is making up a gold pedestal decoration for us at the moment, and just across from it, this is where Ava is constructing another little house decoration build. And here comes Andy swinging her pickaxe, removing all of Elia's hard work. And after a little bit of help, Cyrus has finally finished off his medal there, so hopefully he will go pick up something a bit less strenuous for him. It still doesn't look too bad, but still unsure if I will put any more of them in or not. Unfortunately, I did think this may happen, so I need to come and remove the top section of the wall here before Andy deconstructs any more of the wall underneath of us. But assuming that I do have the height of this next segment right, which I believe I do, based upon the elevation of this one, let's continue on what we were trying to do at the beginning of the episode and make some more wall segments. Both Ava and Elia are making really good progress with their decorations here. Not quite sure what's happening with the floor of this one, but I'll just wait and see what she does before she wraps up. That's Elia just finished with this one actually. Good job, pal. I'll come out and fix this, but that's looking not too bad. I've just noticed with the villager house decoration here that we just have a lot of grass around it. We don't have the usual cobblestone that actual housing has. And I think just having the grass really works. I may consider that for some of these other builds around here as well. Most probably for this one here, seeing as Ava is just going to leave it floating. Oh, why not? I've got some time on my hands. Let's see what I can do to fix this up. Yup, I think I could live with that. That's not looking too bad at all. In fact, this whole area is really starting to flesh out pretty nicely. I really do like how this is starting to all look. I've seen that Andy has finally made some decent progress with this wall segment here. I really hope I've put it at the right height this time, but that's not going to take her too much longer until it's done. I was wondering what Luella was getting up to. She is just across the bridge here and she is upgrading our library to tier 2. Which, so far, I can't really tell too much of any difference, but maybe inside it looks a bit different. Maybe. It might be a bit taller. But she's making good progress with it, so again, I will just let her continue on with it. The rest of our builders are away constructing some other builds to tier 4, which won't take them too long to do. But I would like them all back out here at some point, just to finish the upgrades to some of these ones here. We really don't have too many more builds to place down within this area before I would say that it is complete. Just a few more to upgrade, as I've said, but at the moment we are really just awaiting on these walls being constructed, which is unfortunately taking its time. But at least it does seem that I have put the wall to the right elevation this time, so once Andy finishes it off, we'll get the next segment up, maybe a third segment afterwards, and then we will need to start thinking about placing in a corner unit, just so that we can start placing a wall along the length here. So I'm going to skip ahead a little bit and see how much progress that we can make with our wall segments, and I'll see you guys in a bit. And after a short bit later, we have made some progress. So our wall segments now take us right up to the edge here, where we can see that Ava is currently working on a new stairwell that we will place in, and that stairwell will lead you eventually up onto this corner unit here, which you can see is a bit more decorated than the other parts of the wall. But she is now constructing the stairwell, which is going to be the exact same one as we have further down the wall, and it will take you up and let you link up with the wall on this elevation here. Man, who thought creating walls could be this exciting? Certainly not me anyway. But things are definitely slotting into place pretty nicely. If I place down another guards tower just in front here, so that it will sit just about there, I will put it down but won't actually build it yet. The construction tape comes to this section here, which pretty much just lines up with this wall. Because after we construct the stairwell to the wall, I'm then going to place in this giant gateway just beside it, which if we travel through, we can see that it's actually sitting very close but not quite on top of the guards tower. So we have definitely placed things down really nicely here and just given us enough space overall. So I'm going to let Ava finish off the stairwell here, then we will place down that huge gate, and then we can think about placing down a few more builds along this row here, and I think that we are then pretty much complete with this. I will still need to get our builders out here and upgrade some of these builds. Unfortunately, they are now starting to be a bit further away from a builder's hut, so I will need to assign them manually. But we now have up our hospital as well, and we have Eve inside of it, who's going to be our new doctor here. And this building is already set for upgrade, so that's good. There are a few items on our open requests which I'm going to need to quickly look into. One of them is a melon for Andy, who is upgrading one of our farms to tier 4 at the moment. And another one is for paper, which is going to require sugar cane, and I believe this is for our new tier 2 library just across the way. So we seem to have a few more idiots inside of it who are all starting to ask for some more paper. I should have a few melons being grown just down here. Maybe not those ones or that one yet, so she will just need to wait on those growing up and then she can get them. I have seen that Clarissa has returned back to her hut and has been collecting us some cobblestone, so at least she is back up and running at the moment. Just requesting in 1,000,000 crossed oak timber frames as well as oak fences, but that's okay. The sawmill and our delivery system will handle that for you. She is mining down on this level at the moment, and this is where all of the crossed oak timber frames are going to, and she's now starting to construct her mine shafts like this, which I'm okay with. It's a bit more complicated to make those ones there than the original ones, but they look a bit more decorative, so I really don't mind. These are the older mine shafts just for reference, so I'm not sure which update to the mod has made them now start making those crossed oak ones, but I do think that they are slightly better looking than the older ones anyway. Right, Mara, what seems to be the problem here? Why do we not have sugarcane and why do we not have paper? We do have some paper and some sugarcane, so she is doing her job, just not very fast. Well, I suppose I can at least assist a little bit on that front. I've got Alia out here at the moment, and she is creating a new gate decoration for us, which is just going here. I will need to tidy it up as per normal, but it will end up looking like the gate that we have here towards our graveyard. for whatever builds that we decide to place just behind it here. Which we've certainly got a lot of space that we could put a few more buildings in, but they most likely are just going to be some form of housing and housing decoration. We could maybe put in another fisherman's hut just over the river here as well actually. That might not be too bad of a call. Just further down the road from that gate decoration, I have placed in another Tory gate decoration, which I think is going to look okay here, although I'm pretty sure the little end parts there will be removed whenever someone upgrades our deliveryman's hut there, but we can always replace that. I think it just looks pretty nice here. I believe that Luella is out here somewhere and she is upgrading one of our citizens' houses to tier 2. Not sure which one she's doing. It might be the one further down the way there. And the bakery behind is currently being upgraded to tier 3 by Cyrus. So a few of our builders are still out here helping us. Just kind of wish that Ava was making a bit more progress. And just like that, that's her pretty much got this then complete. So she's putting in the final touches to it, but I can now continue on and we can make this huge gate. I think we will place it facing this way, where we have these coloured medallions facing into the colony, and I think it doesn't look too badly placed there, so we will get Ava constructing this for us after she's finished off with that wall segment. Thank you very much for completing our tier 3 bakery there, Cyrus. But after she's then finished with her gate, it's pretty much just a simple case of building some more wall segments right up until the river edge. Somewhere around here to maybe disguise the bad water feature that I've made, but at least the walls will look nice. We are definitely on the home stretch with this. Just a few more decorations to be completed like that one, and maybe a bit of terraforming around the place. But we are definitely getting close to the end here, which is rather pleasing. Ava has picked up her big wall gate decoration, and once she returns back to her hut, this will populate with all of the items that she will require for it, which is quite extensive, as you might guess for a build of this size. Leather tunics and other leather items there are interesting, but nothing on that list that we can't handle. So let's see if we can help her get those items. And that is as much as I'm going to do, so the rest of it is up to our delivery system. And I can see that she's already made a start on it, so our delivery system is already in play. I just caught another little height problem there, but managed to catch it just in time before she constructed any more of it. So we're going to raise the wall a little bit with another stairwell, and then we will place the gate just beside it. So it should still run on this level here, hopefully. Ava is now back in full swing of making up her gate, so I am just going to continue placing down a few more wall segments, which should tuck in very nicely just about there. So let's go ahead with this one. And let's maybe get some other builders out here and they can help with this. Once we get in a few more of these wall segments, then I will place in a few more different builds, most likely just some more housing builds. And then I think that our little Civic District has definitely received a proper upgrade. That's an awful lot of different builds and decorations that we've managed to put into it, and it's really coming together pretty nicely. Eventually I will get in a proper subway system for this as well, and maybe texture some of these pathways here. Maybe some nice birch might look not too bad with it. And we will place in even more decorations. We will get our cherry blossom trees and scatter them around, maybe some bamboo as well, and just some more general decorations which will really make this place sing. So I am going to do one final big jump ahead, just to have all of this then complete, and then we will have a mini showcase of just what our new Civic District will finally look like. So again, I'll see you guys in a bit. And quite some time later, although it will only be a few moments for you guys, and we have made some amazing progress with our Civic District. And without me commentating over it, I'm just going to show a nice showcase of exactly what we've done here. So what do you think? I really feel that our little Civic District has really bloomed into something pretty amazing looking now, and I'm really proud of it. We've still got quite a lot more to do within this district, but we're definitely on the right path with it.